Hello Internet, and welcome to my live reaction for Boruto, Naruto Next Generations, Chapter 62. When we last left our heroes, we saw Boruto kind of chafing under the constant surveillance of the sensory unit, which gave Shikadai and Inojin an opportunity to sort of let Kawaki in on what exactly the sensory unit it does and what the sensory bubble is, which gives Kawaki some plots. Shikamaru and Amado have this confrontation on the roof of the Hokage office, where Shikamaru makes clear his belief that Amado is everything is still going perfectly according to Amado's plan. And then Kawaki pulls off this maneuver to break out of the village. Using the Otsutsuki ability to mask his chakra and the shadow clone, he leaves for some reason. Boruto's the only one who picks up on it, as Boruto can still sense him, I guess using some kind of Otsutsuki bonding. And Code also knows that he's gone, thanks to Eida's Senrigan? One of the two. And so yeah, Code's gonna go talk to Kawaki, bad. Boruto might chase after Kawaki, good. Don't know what's going on here, what Kawaki wants, who knows. Please don't be abandoning the village, Kawaki, you deserve better than that. Anyway, our picture here is this really neat image of Code. You know, he's got his sort of claws, he's got his sort of claw marks all over, he's sort of sticking his fingers through them. It's a really neat visual. Chapter 62, Run-In. We open on Kawaki still running through the forest, as Boruto back in the village kind of senses it. For real? It feels like Kawaki might be outside the village at this point. And the shadow clone kind of looks up at Boruto, and Boruto then gets on to him. Hey Kawaki, what are you thinking? It's too risky. Come back. And Kawaki tells him, quit making a fuss. Listen. Don't you dare interfere, Boruto. There's definitely some... I don't know what he's planning. It doesn't quite feel like he's trying to just run away. The fact that Kawaki says, don't you dare interfere, implies there's some scheme at play. I just don't know what it is. Anyway, Boruto runs to the window and calls out to the sensory ninja. Hey, you! Are you monitoring our chakra? You better not be spacing out. And the ninja sort of looks at him, huh? And Boruto's just angry now. Kawaki's broken out. He's pretty far away already. Can't you sense him? And the ninja looks at him. I know your movements. I'm tracking your chakra at all times. Don't bother lying. I know you're both in that room. So yeah, it's not going to work. I think the ninja just thinks that Boruto's trying to break out himself. I think Boruto might have to destroy Kawaki's shadow clone for that to work. But he's kind of just frustrated. Gah, forget it. And he runs out the room. Kawaki kind of watches him go. And Code is on his way to Kawaki, listening to Eida through the sort of line plot they've got going. A little more to the right. That's it. Now keep going straight. And she's holding on to Daimon. I'm not quite sure what Daimon is doing right there. It's kind of weird. I don't know. And Code comments, it's been a while since we last saw each other. What should we talk about first? Referring to Kawaki, of course. And Kawaki is still running, but Boruto goes down the stairs. Dad, Kawaki's vanished. And Naruto looks up at him. Huh? What's that? I don't know why, but he's run off. We gotta go after him. Boruto, you have to, specify that he has a shadow clone here, please. Run off? But that can't be. And Boruto just tells him, I'm serious. I think he's erasing his chakra. That's why the sensory unit guy hasn't noticed. And Naruto looks at him and then goes outside. Hey, Anishi, you're monitoring Kawaki's chakra, right? And Nishi calls down, good evening, Lord Seventh. All is good. Both your son and Kawaki are in the residence. And Boruto counters, he's wrong. It's a shadow doppelganger, a decoy. The actual Kawaki's on the run with his chakra erased. He's likely beyond the village by now. And Naruto sort of thankfully listens to Boruto. He does not sort of brush Boruto off and calls Nishi. Widen your range and check again carefully. Have other unit members assist. And notify Shikamaru as well. And Kawaki, the doppelganger, sort of gets frustrated. Gah! And then poofs away, relaying the info back to the real Kawaki. Darn that Boruto. Mind your own business. And just then, Kawaki sees Code on the way, because Kawaki fucked up. And Code is coming right at him, and Kawaki's frustrated. Code! And then we see Code throw some, knives at Kawaki, I think. Oh no, he throws the claw mark at Kawaki. which appears on Kawaki's back. And Code then makes another claw mark appear in a tree and runs into it, reappearing right behind Kawaki. That's fucked. That's a fucked ability. And Code just taunts him, "Yo, Kawaki, long time no see. You gain weight?" And Kawaki just kind of glares at him. And then Naruto and Boruto head upstairs. Naruto kind of questioning Boruto. "You said he's erased his chakra? How the heck is he doing it?" "I don't really know, but that's how he managed to slip out. We need to go after him." And Naruto kind of questions, "But if you're right, how come you're able to perceive him when even the sensory unit can't?" And Boruto kind of stammers, I'm not sure myself." And Naruto tells him, "I hope I'm wrong, but you better not be plotting something with Kawaki." "What the? For real? You're doubting me?" And Naruto goes on, "Not exactly, but you were complaining about how stressful being watched was." And Boruto kind of stammers, "Well, I wasn't lying about that, but..." And he opens the door, and Kawaki's clone is gone. "The doppelganger's gone! That bastard!" And Nishi comes in the window. "Lord Seventh, Kawaki's chakra signature has suddenly disappeared. I swear he was here until just now." And Boruto, now he finally has his evidence. "That was a shadow doppelganger. You were totally tricked, mister." And Nishi kind of stares at him. "What?" And Naruto kind of takes it all in. And then we cut to the Hokage office as Shikamaru kind of responds, "Kawaki's MIA? What do you mean? What happened? Is it Code's doing?" And we see Amado just suspiciously in the background, casually smoking a cigarette. Naruto chimes in though, "I don't know, but according to Boruto, Kawaki ran off on his own, slipping past the Watcher. Sorry, he slipped out right under my nose. That was my failure." And we see Ino also listening in. "I don't get it. He seemed to be acclimating so well. Where could he be headed?" Yeah, again, we just really don't know what Kawaki is after here. What is really his game plan? I don't really know. And Shikamaru just responds, "It doesn't matter why. We need to find him. He's one of Code's targets. It's risky to leave him by himself." And Ino tells him, "I'll handle it. Deploy the entire sensory unit." But Naruto chimes in, "There's a small catch. Kawaki's chakra is currently undetectable, for reasons unknown." And Shikamaru is kind of mad. "What? You're kidding." And Boruto just listens in kind of quietly, doesn't really have anything to add. But then Boruto thinks, Kawaki's presence is gone now too. Oh, even to him. Does that mean that like Ko knocked him out or something? He's traveled that far away already? Or is this a distance thing? "I gotta go after him," this is out loud, "before it's too late." And Naruto snaps at him, "Now where do you think you're going, Boruto? You're under guard for the same reason." And Boruto snaps back, "The sensory unit won't find him, and if I wait any longer, neither will I." But Naruto tries to counter, "We adults will handle it. You stay put." That's never the thing to say in a shonen manga. "We adults will handle it" is just saying, go do it on your own. Boruto counters, "But Dad!" And then Naruto chimes in, "You still there, Ino? Search every nook and cranny, while keeping an eye out for the enemy." And Boruto tries to sneak off while Naruto's distracted. I'm not quite sure if it worked. But he runs out. Amado then turns to Shikamaru back at the office. "What? How do you lose track of Kawaki? What are your watchers doing?" And Shikamaru tries to deflect. "Let's not waste time discussing that now. The bigger issue is that Kawaki ran off of his own free will. What's his motive? Why is he doing this?" And Amado just kind of sits there, not responding to anything. We get all these like suspicious Amado panels. There's something going on with him. We just don't know what. But we see Boruto, who has evaded Naruto for the time being, running through the village. "When I last sensed him, I think he left the village and was heading west. I gotta find him, so that even if they still can't detect Kawaki's, they can use my chakra to track us both down." Oh, so that's what he's thinking. That's actually a pretty smart plan. That if Kawaki's untraceable, as long as Boruto isn't untraceable, and if Boruto can trace Kawaki, which he maybe still can, they can sort of like loop back to him in a kind of roundabout way. But then we come back to Kawaki versus Code. Kawaki, creates a sort of claw arm that he lunges it at Code. Code just grabs it with his claws and sort of... I'm trying to read exactly that move. He sort of gets behind Kawaki with the arm and like kicks his back or something. Sort of a peculiar pose there. And Kawaki taunts, or Code taunts, such a violent greeting for not having seen each other in forever. And then he sort of, like, spins around again, I think, and then throws Kawaki to the ground. Kawaki, destroys him to the ground, bounces off of it. Gah! And Eida tells him, Code, don't accidentally kill him. And Code's going to sit there with that, doesn't really respond. And then Kawaki kind of gets up from the rubble, and Code tells him, relax, let's have a little chat about our futures. And Kawaki turns around and gets this energy blast from his hand. I guess that's part of his ninja tools that he's kind of forgotten about. Because he shouldn't have a karma yet. I don't think Amado implanted that new karma in him. But he just shoots the blast at Code, and it blows up the ground where Code was standing, but it didn't really work. Because Code just reappears behind Kawaki. Fool. You would have been safe in the village. Whatever made you decide to venture out by yourself? And then Kawaki sort of turns back. I came to see you, Code. I just didn't think you'd show yourself so soon. Oh, now that's got me nervous. What are you fucking planning, Kawaki? This better not be some damn self-sacrificial bullshit. Code presses O. What about? And Kawaki kind of stands up and glares at Code. And then Kawaki tells him, I heard that you want to exact revenge against Otsutsuki Ishiki's killers. And Code chimes in, yeah, that's right. You're well informed. I plan on having at least 4 people die. But Kawaki counters, I'm the one who killed Ishiki. The others weren't involved. So kill me and leave Konoha out of it, you stupid boy! You stupid idiot! Damn child. I know why you're doing this, it's just the wrong move. You know, first of all, there's no way Code will actually listen to you. And there's no reason for you to, sacrifice your life on the off chance Code listens to your theory that Naruto, Sasuke, and Boruto weren't involved in Ishiki's death when they clearly were. But also, that's not going to make life better for Naruto and Boruto. They care about you, you fucking idiot. They see you as family. They love you, you dumbass. You're not making life better for them by throwing your life away. Fuck out of here with that bullshit. That's not gonna fucking work. I hate that sort of storytelling. It's it's not bad writing inherently. It's just frustrating from my perspective. Kawaki should know better. But Code just kind of stares him down, and Kawaki continues, it all happened because of me. If I hadn't fled Kara to begin with, we wouldn't be in this situation. And Code just kind of laughs. That's what you wanted to talk about? You came all the way out here to make such a ridiculous proposal? To have me overlook your friends in exchange for your own life? Yeah, that was never going to work, Kawaki. And Code just, knees him in the gut. Kawaki kind of coughs up blood, hits the ground. You've committed a serious crime for sure. Graver than anyone else. But that's a separate conversation. I'm killing everyone involved in Ishiki's death, regardless of who or how many there are. Yeah, this, just from even ignoring the emotional problem here. From a tactical standpoint, this was never going to work. Code was never going to believe that. It's a childish move, which makes sense because, Kawaki is a child. But, it's still just the dumb play. And Kawaki sort of gets up, or, crawls over and grabs Code by, the ankle. Please, Code, don't harm Konoha. And Code just, stares down at him with contempt and kicks him. That's not gonna work. Eida gets kind of mad, though. Hey! And then Code just continues, grinding his foot into Kawaki, and then picks him up by the hair and, stares face to face at him. Enough. No matter for how short a time, your body was Ishiki's rightful vessel. So don't you dare defile it by groveling on your hands and knees. That's full on cult behavior there. Eida counters, you're the one who needs to quit it, Code. Aw, you totally battered Kawaki's pretty face. And that wakes up Daimon. What's all the noise? Is it morning already? And Eida tells him it's still night, go back to sleep. And then Code kind of drops Kawaki, he kind of hits the ground. And Code stares down at him. You see, Kawaki, I already know. I know what happened to Otsutsuki Ishiki. How he died that day, the whole story. All the details. Right, because Kawaki doesn't know that Code kind of has Eida and her omniscience in his back corner. But Kawaki kind of looks up at him. I've inherited the Otsutsuki will, and as per the late Ishiki's wishes, I'll cultivate a divine tree on this planet and procure its chakra fruit. And Kawaki just stares up at him. I think you know already, but the divine tree devours all the chakra existing on a planet. Unless you escape to another dimension, nearly everyone and everything will die. Do you understand? Exacting revenge against Ishiki's killers is just the first stage of the bigger catastrophe to come. And Kawaki's just like, I think maybe starting to understand how royally he fucked up. In short, it's just a personal obsession of mine to kill them all, directly with my own hands, before they are devoured by the divine tree. The end result's the same, that of everyone dying. So you see, your puny existence doesn't matter. We're talking about a whole different scale of things. Here's an interesting question, though, because Eida is watching this with her Senrigan, right? How does Eida feel about that? Like, does she think that she's going to get an excuse that sort of, unless you escape to another dimension, will apply to her? I think she might be in, like, isn't the Kara hideout in another dimension? So she might already be safe if it were to happen, like, right now. But I don't know. That might actually end up driving a wedge between Eida and Code, potentially. Anyway, Kawaki tries to get up, but Code just kind of grabs him by the throat and just chokes him. And Code goes on, one more thing. Something important I should tell you. You might find it weird, but you're excluded from my vengeance list. So he actually is going to follow through with what Eida wants. And Kawaki is, of course, kind of confused there. There's someone who wants to meet you, though it really irks me that you seem to always be needed by somebody. And Kawaki just glares down at him. You're coming with me. And then I think he's like throwing Kawaki. Oh yeah, I see what happened. He's created a claw X underneath him to like transport the two of them through to where Eida is. And so then, oh wait, hold on. Just then, Boruto comes in, kicks Code away, and separates Code and Kawaki, freeing Kawaki for now, and leaving Code and Boruto to have to face off. Hopefully with the Leaf Village behind him, to hopefully, they were sending his chakra and can be here. And then Boruto goes on, yeesh, next time at least tell me where you're going, will ya? Just so I don't get yelled at. And Kawaki looks a little relieved to see him. Boruto, to be continued. So yeah, that's this chapter. Kawaki fucked up. Like, everyone saw that coming. No one actually thought that, like, Kawaki would or that Code would, like, grant mercy on the rest of the village for, like, Kawaki's sake. No one actually thought that would work. It's understandable for Kawaki from a character standpoint, but God, there was no way in hell that was ever working, and it's a little annoying to spend so much time focusing on that. But still, it's strong enough writing, and, I'm glad we know what Kawaki's plan was. As stupid as it was, and the narrative very quickly is like, this was a dumb plan, there was no universe where this worked, and he never should have done it. Admittedly, his focus is more on Code was never going to listen, and not Naruto and Boruto would be upset. Though, assuming Naruto shows up, or at least when Naruto finds out about this whole scene, he'll have some things to say, I think. But yeah, there's honestly not, this isn't that complicated a chapter. Unlike some of the other videos I've been having for this series that were all like 40 minutes, there's not a whole lot to dig into. It's more, we get the Leaf Village sort of learning that Kawaki has escaped. We get a brief sort of Kawaki Code encounter. A little bit of, like, discussing Kawaki's sort of idiocy in his plan. And then we see a bit of, like, Boruto plotting. But beyond that is just sort of letting Kawaki vaguely into Eida's existence and Code's master plan. And then it's getting Boruto here for Boruto and Kawaki versus Code. We'll see how all that plays out. I don't know. I don't really know, like, where the story is going from here from a larger standpoint. I definitely don't think Code is going to fall here. Code is, Like, with Code gone, there is no main villain anymore. It's not like with Ishiki, there was still Code lying around to kind of carry on Kara's will. Unless Delta reactivates, there's none of that for really anyone anymore. I guess Eida, but Eida's not really a plotter, I guess. I don't know. So I do think, though, that, like... where was I going with this? That Code's going to get away. That we're going to have a little bit of a clash. That Boruto will soundly lose. And for something will happen that drives Code away. Like, I don't think Code is going to take Kawaki here. But also, Code's clearly not going to lose this fight. Maybe, like, all the Leaf Village will show up, and Code will be like, alright, I kind of got to retreat. Though maybe not. Who can really say? I don't really know. A lot of things could happen. And I'm excited to see how that all plays out. But for now, Boruto v. Code. Boruto and Kawaki v. Code, perhaps, actually. And then, yeah. It's a good chapter. It's a good, this is why you were wrong, Kawaki. Actually value yourself. You're devaluing yourself will do absolutely nothing for anyone whatsoever. So just, like, actually give a damn about yourself. It's a good chapter. That's all I gotta say on that. Yeah, it's a lot of fun and some good Kawaki character work. So yeah, I'm going to leave this video off here. Hope you all enjoyed the chapter and the video itself. If you did, feel free to drop me a like or subscribe, or, do whatever makes you happy, And as always, your life is your own, okay? Bye!